Israeli defense giant Elbit wins $350 million mystery tank upgrade deal. Elbit Systems announced a $350 million contract on May 28 to modernize main battle tanks for an undisclosed international customer, delivering an upgrade package that replaces the vehicle's fire control systems, gun and turret drives, communications, and situational awareness systems over 4 years. The customer's identity remains confidential, continuing a pattern in Elbit's recent contract announcements that reflects both customer operational security preferences and the geopolitical sensitivity surrounding major armor modernization programs in the current global security environment. Main battle tank upgrades of this scale have become one of the most active segments of the global defense market since Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine demonstrated in ways that settled long-standing theoretical debates that heavy armor remains decisive in high-intensity land warfare, when properly supported. Western analysis had for years questioned whether the main battle tank was becoming obsolete in an era of proliferating anti-tank guided missiles and top-attack munitions, and the opening months of the Ukraine conflict appeared to confirm those concerns as Russian T-72 and T-80 tanks burned in large numbers. The subsequent course of the war complicated that narrative considerably. Ukrainian armor, including Soviet-era tanks and Western-supplied Leopard 2s and Challenger 2s, has continued to play a central role in defensive and offensive operations, and the lesson most armor operating militaries have drawn is not that tanks are obsolete, but that tanks with outdated fire control, poor situational awareness, and inadequate electronic integration are vulnerable, while tanks with modern systems remain highly effective. That distinction between an old tank and a modernized tank is precisely where Elbit Systems has built a substantial business. The company's tank modernization portfolio covers the full spectrum of systems that determine whether a main battle tank can survive and fight effectively in a modern contested environment. Fire control systems that allow crews to detect, identify, and engage targets faster than adversaries. Electro-optical sights with AI-enabled target detection that give crews day and night engagement capability against moving or stationary threats. Electric gun and turret drive systems that replace hydraulic or older electric systems with more precise, responsive, and maintenance-friendly alternatives. And communication suites that integrate the vehicle into the broader networked command picture that connected operations require. The AI-enabled electro-optical sights specified in this contract represent one of the most significant capability improvements available to existing tank fleets. Modern tank engagements increasingly happen at ranges where naked-eye target identification is impossible and where the crew's ability to detect a threat before the threat detects them determines who fires first and survives. AI-assisted target detection algorithms can scan thermal imagery for the signatures of vehicles, personnel, and weapons systems faster and more reliably than human operators under the sustained cognitive pressure of combat, and they can maintain that performance across hours of operation without the fatigue that degrades human detection accuracy. For a customer operating tanks in an environment where potential adversaries are equipped with modern optics and fire control, upgrading to AI-assisted sights is not a luxury addition but a survivability necessity. The electric gun and turret drive system component of the upgrade deserves explanation because it is less visible than optics or communications, but equally important to combat performance. Tank turret traverse speed and gun elevation rate determine how quickly a crew can acquire and engage a new target after an initial shot or respond to a threat appearing from an unexpected direction. Hydraulic turret drives, which power many older tank platforms, are slower, less precise, and represent a fire hazard if the hydraulic fluid lines are penetrated by enemy fire. Electric drives offer faster response, greater precision for fire control integration, and eliminate the hydraulic fluid fire risk, improving both combat performance and crew survivability simultaneously. Bezalel Maklis, Elbit's president and CEO, described the company's approach to this category of work. Elbit Systems is a global leader in tank modernization programs. By leveraging the strengths and expertise of our divisions, we deliver comprehensive and integrated solutions that incorporate latest generation fire control, electro-optical, and communication systems, along with other state-of-the-art subsystems. This synergy enhances the effectiveness, connectivity, and survivability of main battle tanks, ensuring our customers maintain a decisive operational advantage. The midlife upgrade package that forms part of the contract extends beyond electronics to address the overall readiness of the platform with spare parts supply and long-term maintenance and technical support included to ensure operational availability over the program's duration. A modernized tank that sits in a maintenance yard waiting for parts is operationally useless regardless of how capable its systems are, and Elbit's inclusion of support infrastructure in the contract reflects an understanding that capability delivery requires logistics as well as hardware. The $350 million figure delivered over 4 years represents a meaningful investment by any standard, but in the context of major tank fleet modernization, it indicates a customer upgrading a substantial number of vehicles. Precise per-unit modernization costs vary significantly based on the starting configuration of the tank and the depth of the upgrade, but comprehensive fire control and electronics modernization programs for Western main battle tanks have historically run from several million to upward of $10 million per vehicle. The customer's fleet size and the depth of each vehicle's upgrade are not disclosed, and the quantities involved remain publicly unknown.